Good morning. My name is Tracy, and I'm going to lead you through what I thought was going to be a sunrise yoga session, but ended up being a bringing forth of light session as the sun is not out today, and we had a little bit of rain. So take it to your mat and watch as the light comes in, and let it be a metaphor maybe of how we can shine light into anything that is dark. Come to child's pose on your mat. Allow your forehead to rest, your arms to lengthen, and your hips to sink back. Take a nice big inhale, and exhale. Two more. Inhaling, and exhaling. For your next inhale, lift your head, walk your hands all the way over to the left side, placing both hands down, reaching that right fingertip over as much as you can, and then drop the forehead back down. Make sure that right hip stays glued towards the right thigh and leg. Take a big inhale, walk everything across, and then exhale to come back down. Stretching the left pinky across again, allowing the forehead to come to the mat, and breathing here. Take an inhale, come all the way up, walk your hands through center, and then slide your fingers across the mat, your palms across the mat, come to seated. With your knees spread nice and wide, take a big inhale, send the arms overhead. Take a big exhale, open up to the chest, bend the elbows wide, cactus the arms. Big inhale here through the belly. Big exhale, twist to the right. Drop the left hand down to the outside of that right bent knee, and the right hand comes across. Breathing here, gazing over that right shoulder. Small, gentle twist. And then sweep the arms back overhead, coming to center. Cactus, bend the arms nice and open through the chest. Arch the back slightly, and then head over to the right side. Tucking that right hand to the outside of the left leg, that's your left side. Come right back here, gaze over that left shoulder. Take a nice big inhale here, and exhale. Two more times. And then inhale back to center, sweeping the arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus, bend those arms one more time, opening through the chest. And then bringing the knees together. Placing the palms down the mat, shifting everything together, sitting on the heels. Right here, we're going to walk our fingertips back slightly and start to lift through our kneecaps, stretching the front of the ankles and feet. Your knees may not come off the mat that much. Perfectly fine. And then exhale, bring the knees back down. Walk the hands forward this time, keeping the knees here, but then opening them up to hips distance. When you get to this tabletop position, take a moment and take your hips from side to side. And then extend the right arm forward and the left leg back. Reaching as long as you can in opposition. Take an inhale here. And exhale, bend the elbow, bring the knee towards the elbow. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Last time. Place that right hand down. Keep that left knee bent. And we're going to take that knee out to the side and tap the shoulder. And then bring it back down. Do that 2 more times. Out. Tap the shoulder. Back down. Engaging through the outer hips here. Back down. On that last one, extend the left leg out completely. Take the ball of the foot down towards the mat and stretch that calf muscle. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, bring that left knee back to center. Take a moment and gently take the hips from side to side. And then we'll do the same thing on the right side. So extend that right leg out. Tap the right shoulder, bring it back, place it down. Out, tap, back, down. Last time. And then extend that right leg all the way back, tuck the toes. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, keeping those right toes tucked. Let the left toes join you, and then lift the hips up, walking the feet forward any amount. Coming into your first downward facing dog. In that first downward facing dog, feel free to bend the knees, pedal out the feet, drop the hips from side to side. And then find stillness, sending the heels towards the mat, the torso towards the top of the thighs. Breathe here. And then right here, lift that right hand towards the right foot towards the sky. Bend the right knee, stack the hip. Placing equal amount of weight into both hands so you're not collapsing in that left leg. Take a big inhale. Rotate the ankle one direction. And then exhale, rotate it the opposite. Bring that right leg back down. Find stillness here, 3 breaths. And then lift that left leg, bend the left knee, stack the hips. Again, not collapsing here. Inhale, rotate the ankle 3 times. Exhale, opposite direction. Bring that left leg down. 3 breaths here. Big inhale. Side out. Gaze forward towards your hands. We're going to bend the knees a lot right here. Send the booty towards the back of the mat. And then step the feet forward to meet the hands. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. Adjust yoga clothing. And then exhale, release the head towards the mat. Give it a nice shake side to side. And then nod the head yes. Yes, today is going to be awesome. Yes, today you're going to embrace everything that comes your way with joy. And then bend the knees right here, so the torso right towards those thighs. Take a big inhale, roll everything up. And then take a big exhale and just bend the knees, send the chest back towards the thigh. Inhale, roll again. And then exhale, bend the knees again. Inhale, roll. And then exhale, meet at the bottom with the knees bent, chest resting on the thighs. Palms towards the ground. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Standing right here nice and tall, tuck those shoulders down your back. We're going to take a big inhale, send the arms overhead. Lift that right knee up to come. And then exhale, send everything in a straight line. That right leg goes back, those arms come forward right here. Big inhale. Big exhale, come right back up. Bend that right knee. Exhale, extend. Last time. And then drop the hands towards the mat. Extend that right leg behind you as high as it can get, standing splits. And then bring that right leg back down where you're at. Shake those hips right and left. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up overhead. Left leg comes with you. Exhale, lengthen all the way back. Find your balance. Shift your gaze. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, send it right behind you. Inhale, back up. Last time. And then drop the hands towards the mat. If you haven't made it there already, extend that left leg as tall as you can. Bring that left leg back, shake those hips right here. And then find stillness. Take an inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, send it straight to chair. Drop that booty all the way back. And then tilt the pelvis, tucking it under, lifting the chest. Take an inhale, send the arms up. Take an exhale, drop the left hand forward, take the right hand back. Opening the chest in opposition. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, drop that left hand back, that right hand comes forward. Inhale, both arms sweep up. Rock forward to the toes by lifting the heels. And then exhale, set the heels down. Inhale, get nice and tall, lift the heels. Exhale, send those heels down. Last time. And then come all the way down right here, finding your balance into a toe stand. Take a nice inhale here. Take your gaze, or drishti as we like to call it in yoga, and fix it on one point. And hold. 2 more breaths. Beautiful job. Drop those fingertips down. Drop your knees down. Keep those toes tucked. Take an inhale right here. Arms come up. Exhale, drop that right hand forward, that left hand back. Inhale through center. Left hand comes forward, right hand comes back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Take a moment, find movement, and then find stillness. Heels towards the earth. 3 breaths. Your next inhale, roll everything forward, find your plank pose. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Your shoulders are in line with your wrists. Slightly tuck the pelvis under. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale, shift forward to the toes. Bend the elbows only to 90. Pause right here. Take an inhale, flip the toes. Coming onto the tops of the feet, up dog. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. And then tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Paddle here. And then find stillness. All right, let's move. Right leg rises. Bring it forward. Coming into cheetah pose, curling through the back. Placing that right foot down between the hands. Dialing out the left towards the side. Straightening the right leg. We're headed to triangle. Right arm comes down. Left arm opens towards the sky. And right here, you want to make sure that you're not collapsing. So if you can't reach low while keeping the chest open, then I want you to stay as high as you can. Big inhale. Big exhale. On your next inhale, lift everything up. I'm going to turn both toes in and turn the left toes out to the back of the mat. Right toes dial out. And then lean forward, sending the left hand down, find triangle on this side, right arm rises. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn both toes forward, drop the hands towards the hips. Take a nice big inhale here. Send the elbows back behind you. And then start to hinge from the hips, folding forward. On an exhale, keeping those fingertips right into the hip creases, send those elbows back behind you. Take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, send the crown of the head toward the ground. Breathe 3 times. Take an inhale, lift up with a flat back right here. Send the arms out directly from the shoulders. And breathe for 3, 2, 1. You can stay right here where you're at, or you can challenge yourself by rocking forward to the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. And 3 breaths. Embracing the shaking. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Send that left hand down, send that right hand nice and high. Keep the hips as straight and flat towards the earth as possible. Not rocking over to the right with the hips. Keeping them centered. And then bend that right knee right here. Come all the way down into Skandasana. Coming onto the left heel right here. Your hands can stay right here to support you. No big deal. Sit nice and tall through the chest. Maybe pick up both hands. Find a point to stare at again with that gaze, that drishti. Maybe dropping the right shoulder down right here. Extending through the arms. And finding a bind behind you. Try to keep the chest lifted as much as possible. Big inhale here. Big exhale. 2 more. Beautiful. Unwind that bind. Send the hands down towards the middle of the mat. Press in the mat. Lift up to the hip. Lift up Straightening both legs. And then send that right hand across. Left hand comes high. Keeping the hips as centered as possible. Not dropping on that left hip. And then dropping the left hand down, shifting the weight over right here. Coming onto the left side, Skandasana, right heel comes down. Excuse me, toes come towards the sky. Do you guys have allergies right now? I do. Maybe sinking low, finding where you are on that other side. Hopefully your allergies are getting better as the rain moves in today. Two more breaths. And then releasing the hands from the center of the mat, placing both feet down, lifting the hips. And then just take a moment here to kind of sway from side to side. Waking up our body as well as waking up with the sun this morning, or lack thereof with the light. And then come back to the front of your mat, place your hands down here, step everything back, find your plank pose. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale, shift forward, keep that belly tucked. Bend the elbows to 90. Send everything up and upward facing dog. And then back downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Two more big breaths. And then extend that left leg behind you. Bring that left leg towards the chest again, finding that hover. Placing that left foot down, turning out the right, coming into extended side angle. So left hand comes towards the mat, right hand comes up and over the head. Now this is the fullest extent of this pose. You can come up onto that elbow, onto the thigh, extending that right arm up and overhead. Wherever you decide to hang out, hold for 3 breaths. And then sweep that right arm down, coming all the way up right here, straightening. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, interlace the fingers behind you, pressing the knuckles towards the earth, lifting through the chest. And then folding forward again, right from those hip creases. That's where the fold comes from. Knuckles raised nice and tall here, dropping the crown of the head towards the ground. Big inhale. Big exhales. 2 more. Then inhale, pull up. Exhale, release the palms, turn that right toes out. Bend that right knee towards the back of the mat or front of the mat, as it were. Send the right arm and left arm out bow position. Send that right arm towards the ground, finding your version of extended side angle. And then sweep that arm back down. Bring everything back up right here. And then bend both knees. Step or jump towards the top of your mat. It's kind of a bad jump, so if you didn't get that jump in, it's cool. Take an inhale right here. Palms come together. Lift up even higher. Sending the hips forward. Pressing, pressing, pressing forward. Dropping the head and neck back. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant those hands, step it back into plank. And then find your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale. We're going to extend that right leg behind you again. Bring it in towards the chest. Let that right leg down. Bring that left leg in, coming into pyramid feet. Inhale, lift the chest right here, and then send the arms behind you, reaching for opposite elbows, or sending the palms into reverse prayer, sliding them up between your shoulder blades, lengthening through the back, and then exhale, drop that head towards the knee. Embracing whatever wobble you've got here, but bringing the inner thighs towards each other and engaging through the quadriceps to protect the knees. Breathing for 3. On your inhale, come up to a flat back. On your exhale, come all the way up right here, opening through the chest. And then we're just going to turn, lifting the heels to the back of the mat. Toes face forward, inhale up. Exhale, coming back down, keeping the arms right where they're at. Flat back. And then dropping the head towards the knee. 3 breaths. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, place those hands at the mat. Step back, find your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale, release. Two more. And then lengthen that left leg up towards the sky. Bring that left knee in towards the chest right here. Place that left leg down, rising up into a high lunge. Make sure that knee and that ankle are in a line. Lifting through the chest right here. Being on the ball of the back foot. This inner thigh is your strength and you want to send it towards the sky. Take an inhale, take the arms up right here. And sink a little bit lower, as low as you can go. Embracing any wobble you may find. 2 more breaths. Drop the shoulders down the back. And then dial that right foot out. That left foot walks a little bit forward, warrior 2 right here. Keeping those shoulders right over those hips, extending arms in opposition. 2 more breaths. Then straighten that right leg. We're going to turn the feet, coming into warrior 2 on the opposite side. Right leg bends forward. And then we're going to shift onto the ball of that left foot. Inhaling the arms overhead for a high lunge. After your next exhale, plant those hands. Step it back, plank. Find your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Breathe here. After the next exhale, gaze forward. Bend the knees. Step or hop, feet to hands. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release right here and send the hands towards the heels, the calves, or maybe up even higher depending on where your mobility is at this point. And then just bring the chest towards the thighs, releasing the head down. scooping the belly up and in. Releasing the head completely. Take an inhale, come all the way up. Take an exhale, place the palms right by the sides. Roll the shoulders back and down. Find your mountain pose. And then start to lift that right leg up. Flexing through the right foot. We're going to send the right fingertips forward to grab that right toe. Taking that left hand, placing it onto the hip or extending it toward balance. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, extend that right leg forward any amount. Maybe here is where you go, maybe here is where you go onto that knee. Either way, take an inhale, find your gaze. Take an exhale and hold. After your next exhale, bend that right knee if it's extended, and then take that right foot right into your tree pose. Maybe it's the inner thigh, maybe it's the lower. Hands come to heart center for 3 breaths. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale, take that right leg, release it from your thigh, place the ankle right above the left kneecap. Then start to bend that left knee coming into a squat. Keep that right foot flexed, hands at heart center. Now you can send that right foot back down to meet the left, or you can extend the palms forward right here, tucking the foot right around the tricep. I'll turn to show you. Taking that knee right onto that other tricep, placing the hands out in front of you, and maybe lifting that left foot off the ground. Maybe nothing of the sort. When you tried that a couple of times, step back into plank. Find your vinyasa. Meet in down dog. Gaze forward, step or hop, hands to feet. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. This time take your feet about hip distance. And then take those hands, reaching for the heels again, or the calf muscles, bringing the chest towards the thighs. Dropping the head. And then inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Drop the shoulders down the back. And then we'll shift the weight in that right foot, picking up the left. Taking your version here of this standing hand to toe pose. And then bending that left leg, bringing that left foot to find your tree. Extending that left foot out, placing the left ankle Right above the right knee, find a standing squat. Left foot stays flexed. Bringing that left foot down or dropping both hands down, tucking the left toes around the right tricep, shifting everything forward, lifting up that right foot any amount. This is preparation for flying pigeon pose, so give yourself grace if you don't quite make it. And then trying it one more time. Stepping back to plank. Take your vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking a big inhale here. Lift the heels up high, drop them over to the right. Pressing the chest back towards the thighs, getting a nice stretch along the side body. Inhale, lift the heels, drop them over to the opposite side, stretching out through that side body. Lifting the heels again. This time we're going to slide onto our knees, sliding our feet back, untucking the toes right here, sinking the chest towards the mat in puppy pose. Coming under the chin or the forehead. Make sure the knees and hips are in a nice straight line. That belly is scooped out. And breathe here. And then sliding everything forward, make your way into Sphinx, coming out of the belly. Shoulders and elbows are in a nice line. Lift the chest here. Belly button is tucked. Take a nice inhale. And exhale. Tucking the belly slightly right here. Send that belly button to spine. And then we'll make our way into seal pose. Turn the palms out slightly right here. And then pressing yourself up off the mat, walking the hands back any amount. This is only safe if you don't feel pressure in your low back. Keeping that belly button tucked. And breathe. After your next exhale, slide back down to the elbows. Lift up the feet and drop them over to the right and the left. Windshield wipering. Coming back to center right here. We're going to come onto our left ear and bend our right knee out to the side, keeping our right foot flexed. Coming into half frog pose. Resting the left ear down on the mat. Right leg bent. Inhale, lift up here. Now, you can stay right where you're at and switch sides coming onto the left leg in the same frog pose. Or if you want a little more challenge, you can do full frog pose. The way you're going to get into that is to extend both knees out nice and wide, and then coming down, letting the hips sink towards the earth. This is an amazingly intense groin pose, so grunt and groan all you need to. It's fine, I won't help. And then send the feet flexed out if you're in full frog. If you decide to go into half frog, remember the left knee is extended only, and the right leg stays straight. Wherever you are, breathe. This is a big one. And then take an inhale, lift the head. Walk the feet in by bending the knees even more, bringing the knees back in for a moment, and then taking everything back and wide. Child's pose, arms slide out, forehead or chest, forehead or chin to the mat. Press that right palm on the mat, lift up the left one. Raise the ribs towards the sky, and then dive the left hand underneath to thread the needle. Dropping down onto the left side of the face and the left shoulder. The right palm can stay here or lift up and tuck into that opposite hip crease. Inhale, unwind the right arm. Place the left hand back down. Take that right hand, let it rise. Open the chest. Right hand dives under the left. Coming on that left tricep, left ear. Left hand can rise and tuck into that right hip crease, or it can stay right where it's at. After your next exhale, take that left palm back down. Take that right palm, unwind. Walk everything back up. Keeping those knees nice and wide here, we're going to come into hero pose. If you know that you can bring your legs together to really intensify the posture, feel free to do that. Otherwise, keep those knees nice and wide. Sitting as tall as you can. Let's come up slightly and push our calf muscles out. They are large muscles. Give yourself some space there. And then we'll start to take our hands and walk them behind us, palm to palm, and then maybe elbow can come down, and other elbow can come down. As you do each of these transitions lower, assess your knees. If they hurt, stop. Maybe you can come all the way down to the shoulder blades. Maybe you're already there. Fullest expression is arms overhead, reaching for opposite shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. And then release the arms to where they're at. Place the elbows down. Start to slowly walk yourself up to your palms, coming forward. Let's head to that tabletop position again. Take that right leg, extend it back, stretching through that calf muscle like we started. And drop that right knee back, switch to the left. Tucking both toes, find your vinyasa. And then gaze forward, step or hop to seated. Extending both legs out in front of you. Sitting as tall as you can right here. Flexing both feet in. Take a nice big inhale right here. And then exhale, send the fingers towards the toes. As you do, you can wrap around your toes the outsides of your feet. If you don't make it there, you can still do this pose, and it's not a requirement. Bring the chest forward any amount. Sending the thighs. No, sending the chest towards the thighs. Oh, you guys. Imagine you're laying your belly down, your ribs, and then your head. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release. We'll take that right leg, bend it in just like we did in tree pose. The sole of the foot goes to the inner thigh. Sit nice and tall, extending out over that left leg, keeping the left toes flexed. Take that chest forward. Again, think belly, ribs, and then dropping the head down. Inhale at the head. Exhale, rise, and switch sides. Right leg extends. Left leg comes in. Inhale, sitting nice and tall. Exhale, bringing that chest forward. Inhale at the chest. Exhale, release. This time bring the soles of the feet together, bound angle. Bringing the heels right in. Wrapping the hands around the tops of the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the chest towards the ground. Thinking belly, ribs, and chest. Then releasing the head. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, stack each vertebrae as tall as you can. And then we're going to pick up that right foot, take it across, connecting the ankle to the knee and the knee to the ankle. This is called fire log pose, and sometimes it feels inaccessible. What you're looking for is a nice stretch in the outside of the hips here. Take an inhale, sit tall, and an exhale, come forward any amount. Keeping both feet flexed to protect the knees. Inhale, lengthen through the chest. Exhale, stack each vertebrae. And then extend both legs out in front of you. Give them a nice shake. Massage the hips slightly. And then we'll send that right leg underneath here. That left leg comes right on top. Ankle to knee, knee to ankle. Inhale, finding your lengthen. Exhale, coming forward. This is meant to be a nice sunrise class. And then I remembered it was going to rain. So it rained on me a little bit. And I keep filming on really gray days. And I don't know why. It just seems to be when I pick to do it. And I hope you're enjoying the beauty of the birds, the destruction a little bit from the trees from the last storm we had on Sunday. And just simply breathing. Inhale, lengthen through the chest. Exhale, sit nice and tall. Again, lengthen out here. And I want to thank you so much for joining me again in this video. Yoga is obviously a practice that I enjoy. And so I appreciate you taking time to join me in something that I enjoy. And hopefully you find a myriad of benefits as well. We're going to bend our knees, place our feet right here. Sit nice and tall. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, round through the back. Inhale, sit tall. And then exhale, lean your chest back. Lift through the sternum. Pick up the right leg and the left leg, coming into a boat pose for 3 breaths. And then extend out nice and long. Set the right foot down, the left foot down, round through the back. Come all the way down, rounding down, bringing your knees back into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Set the right foot on the mat, left foot on the mat. Keep them about hip distance. And then tuck the shoulders down the spine, placing the palms by your side. And then lift the hips towards the sky, finding bridge pose. And then exhale, release everything down. Sending the feet towards the sky this time. Bending the knees, reaching for the outside edges of the feet, finding happy baby. And then placing both feet onto the mat. Place the palms onto the belly. Take one last inhale here together. And exhale, let it go. Please take this opportunity to do any other pose that you need for yourself. A shoulder stand, a plow, legs up against the wall. You have a few moments. And then bring the knees back into the chest. Extend the right leg and the left leg. Tuck the shoulders back down your spine. Place the palms up as a sign of receiving today, or down as a sign of groundedness. And rest in Shavasana. Enjoy it. start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Rotate through the wrists and the ankles, one direction and then the other. Bring your knees into your chest, giving them a nice hug. Rock gently side to side. Making your way over onto any side, either side. Curling into a little ball. Take this opportunity to fill up with gratitude for life, for peace, for breath. And then press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Take an inhale, send the arms overhead. Exhale, palms together, connecting through your center of intuition at your third eye chakra into the heart, connecting the heart and the mind together. Thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me on your mat today. May your day be filled with wonder and beauty. Namaste.